Remember violence in video games, folks? But apparently, the only Kennedy who hasn't been shot dead believes gaming is linked to video games. I'm glad you guys laughed at that because the previous lot didn't when I said that. 1 hour, 11 minutes, and 30.
Were they American?
Yes.
Well, there you go.
Look, guys, we got to take the mercury and the aluminum out of the vaccines, okay? I am RFK Jr. And
that is brilliant. That is
special guest RFK Jr. in the show.
That is really good. Well done.
Thank you.
Digny exposed.
Voice doing it, but thank you very much for me.
Okay, next topic.
But I'll tell you this, folks. I can't laugh too much, otherwise I'll start hiccuping and I won't be able to stop. But yes, RFK Jr., the only Kennedy who hasn't been shot dead yet, links gaming to violence, and I don't think there's any need for a right-wing version of Collective Shout. We have enough people trying to censor things in the space, okay? I covered this on Wednesday with Noise Pollution and his crazy gang. Lilith was there too, drunk off her face. And we were talking about how the main man behind Make America Healthy Again is trying to link gaming as a main cause of violence, especially gun crime. And then we posed the question, well, does Make America Great Again share that view? And a few times the Orange Man has made the claim, the old boomer claim that video games cause violence. That's absolutely insane. I don't watch Breaking Bad and then decide to become a meth head, okay?
Yeah.
I don't watch Better Call Saul because Saul looks like Jay Viper, okay? I don't do that.
Okay. Well, I also don't kill anyone with my swords, which I have a few of.
Go on.
If video game violence produced real life violence, we wouldn't have a society right now.
Absolutely.
We had games like, I'm just gonna name a few: Postal, Carmageddon, Manhunt, Delta Force, the Call of Duty Battlefield franchises, Diablo,
Mortal Kombat, GTA.
Mortal Kombat, yeah.
GTA, yeah.
Grand Theft Auto, yeah. So all of these games collectively are played by maybe hundreds of millions of people. Imagine if video games did cause violence. Imagine if 10% of these 100 millions of people decided to become overly violent. So yeah, that was going to be a whole different world. But
the world would look like Mad Max or something.
Exactly. Yeah. Oh, and Mad Max.
Like
yeah,
the movie The Purge.
Yeah,
I'll tell you this. Well, I'll tell you this, folks. I think video games doesn't increase violence. I think video games decrease violence. Absolutely. If we gave disadvantaged people in America, especially the Black community, more access to gaming, then levels of violence, I believe, would substantially reduce, as well as free chicken delivery.
The problem is that's a similar argument to the whole I can't say these words on YouTube, but prawn versus grape, isn't it? Like that is a similar argument,
right?
And I'm interested that Discuss Things use the example of Diablo, because I'm sure if kids did have the power to like become warlocks and raise trees and shoot firebomps, whatever, they probably would. That looks fun. But when it comes to Grand Theft Auto,
there will be a barbarian that shouts and dual wields.
That'll do. Yeah, okay, I'll give you that. Fine. I was always a warlock when I played Diablo, so form an orderly queue, ladies. But yeah, no, it's a good point though. But that's a tough one when you start talking about would it reduce it because people will have people have an outlet. Do you see what I mean?
Well, it is a very sensitive topic. That's why it's always brought up by folks who want to censor everything, especially the older generation. And sorry, boomers, you've been in power for too long. Why don't you just retire or die, to use, Jay's previous segment? And I wonder how dangerous it's going to be for a network video to say that 4.5 minutes into one
pilot episode. Everybody.
Oh my goodness. But
yeah, I mean, there's so many scientific proof behind video games that they actually de-stress people. When you actually, let's say, go on Assassin's Creed, assassinate a bunch of people, you feel super great, not because you imitate killing anybody, but because it's just fun. I mean, it's fun because you disassociate the real world with the game, and you are having an actual adventure. You feel very different to anything in real life that you can ever compare to real life. It's just an amazing experience that's like a movie, but you're participating in it, and you're trying to just have fun, and you're enjoying the setting. You just get immersed in it. Like, for example, when I play Assassin's Creed, let's say Origins, I'm in Egypt, and I always want to see that. I always want to have the setting in the third person. I mean, I'm getting a particular experience that I can only get with a video game, and that is extremely distressing all by itself. So not only that video games do not cause violence, but they actually make you a happy person. Like, well, yeah.
Well, we're very diverse. We're a very diverse panel here. With age ranges ranging from 26 to 52. I don't know how old Des is, but I'm going to assume between 30 and 40. But Jay was going to say something.
Or younger. Oh no, I was going to say, I'm assuming Des is between around 25. Is that right, Des?
Yeah, I'm in my 20s.
Yeah. What I was going to say is exactly what Empress was saying about this is what people forget about like games and films and TV shows. It's supposed to be escapism, right? So people's lives are generally a bit shit. Like everyone's life is a bit shit. Most people have to have jobs which are a bit shit. If jobs weren't shit and people enjoyed them, retired people would do them for free and nobody would make any money. So life is shit for most people. And it's nice to like come home and relax, whether it's a film, whether it's a game. It's supposed to be escapism. It's not supposed to represent real life. It's supposed to be the antithesis of real life. So, yeah, go on.
Yeah, I don't even like it's not that I don't like it, because I just don't know whether it's true or not. I haven't looked into studies of whether it reduces violence or not. But when you bring up that argument online, for example, people like to hyperfixate on the side of like, oh, you're saying that everybody's very violent and video games is a way to treat the violence that's not good. And it's not even that. It's just video games. It's a good ass hobby to get into. You go to school, you're excited, you want to get home, play some more of that game, get excited for another game that's coming out. Maybe you're not outside hanging out with people that you shouldn't. I kind of experienced a bit of this myself when I was growing up, because my parents had a business and I was always on there with them. I didn't have much time to play video games. And I got in with like a bad crowd of people who used to hang out in the neighborhood. Eventually, we sold the business, moved out, and I started to be more at the house. Pros and cons: I didn't ride skateboards or play hide and seek so much, which sucked, but at the same time I got into gaming, and all this shit that I used to do, I just never did it anymore. I even got into cigarettes when I was a minor. It was fucking terrible, and I got rid of it because I wasn't hanging out with people who bought them for me anymore.
Look, Portugal in the 80s was a very tough place, Jay. You gotta realize that.
I can tell you from personal experience that in my, not from a study, in my opinion, and Jay is exactly right that this is an escapism. This is a word that we very much like to use because of this. One note on that is that wokeness and those narrative weirdos are trying to bring the real world into gaming and thus removing the escapism, which is
I don't even know how they haven't pressured the violence thing, the woke people, because they are hyper fixated on wanting to just destroy the part of it that is escapism. They don't see the separation between fiction and reality.
Yeah, because they themselves don't have that in their heads. Crazy.
Yeah, they're trying to put the narrative of their fantasy land into the gaming and replace true escapism with that as escapism. But I just want to finish up on, because I know that other people want, like, gaming in my life ever since I was 10 has helped me in many situations. It has helped me in school. It has helped me with emotions. It has helped me growing up. Most recently, and I do want to share this, Expedition 30 has helped me through a lot of things that I had kind of bottled down because of real life. And in Expedition 33 kind of helped me deal with that. And I think I will thank the developers that they did that, because that game is amazing. And that's pretty much what actually gaming can do. They can let you experience these things, and they can let you come to terms with some stuff in your own life, and they can let you have such a great time that you forget all the increasingly shitty world that we're living in. Because the world today is much more shittier than the world 20 years ago.
Exactly.
I mean, so like when I was younger, because I'm a bit older, like when I started, when I was at my peak gaming, when I was like probably like 12, 13, 14, I was like, you know, I had friends, and then they'd be like, oh, what are you doing tonight? Are you coming out? And I'd be like, no, because I need to play Phantasy Star 2 or whatever. And I was obsessed with that game, and I would go through it all the time. However, now, well, ever since the birth of like wearing this stuff and putting this on, this provides a social outlet for people who would otherwise not have it. And like for a lot of people, and there's a lot of people from all ages, from like maybe teens to people my age, even 60, who would not have any social interaction if it wasn't for like being in like a guild or a clan or whatever. And I think those benefits are sometimes overlooked, and it's seen as something that people do as a recluse. And I don't think it's particularly healthy. I mean, I'm a big proponent of like team sports for kids and stuff like that. I think it teaches you valuable lessons. But if you don't have that, and you don't have a group of friends, this is like it's an outlet for stuff which is important for people's lives, and that's
it's very important. We need more people to join the guild. We need more people to join the clan. We need more people to be part of vibrant social communities, and that's one of the main things myself and my mentor tried to do back then, and even to this day, is to bring people together. And that's what this network is all about. That's why we have 4 shows in the network now. It's starting to drive me a bit crazy, but hopefully we'll easily adapt, and who knows, we'll get Furious Dan to do a 5th show on the network where we can put all the crazy content creators together who have no idea what the fuck they're doing, and we can call it the Creative Freedom Revolution, because Furious Dan created that. He's mental, but he's the good kind of mental. Hasn't got a drop of maliciousness in him at all.
That'll be Malice.
Malice, yes, I know. I've been hanging around. Jay asked a question here. Who is your mentor, Digny? I can't tell you on this platform.
It's me back in the 80s.
Yes.
Yeah,
the minus 10-year-old fetus.